Hello and welcome to Property Perspective, where we share expert insights to help landlords get the most out of their investments. I'm Josh.
And I'm Michelle. Today we're looking at how rental behaviour is changing and why landlords who support long-term tenants can benefit in more ways than one.
For a long time, renting was seen as a short-term stepping stone before buying a home, but that's changing. More people are choosing to put down roots in rental properties, treating them as their long-term homes rather than just temporary stops.
That's correct. You may remember we covered this as on a similar topic of tenancy tenure back in episode 7. But a recent Property Academy survey found that a quarter of renters are renting by choice rather than necessity. And another 25% expect to stay in their rental accommodation for more than 5 years. There have been some really interesting statistics recently received by Dataloft, and basically we wanted to look into that.
That's it. So this shift means that landlords have an opportunity. By encouraging tenants to stay long term, they can reduce void periods, minimise maintenance costs and create more stable income.
Landlords are also recognising this shift and responding. 73% of landlords are now open to renters personalising their homes, and more than a third of landlords work with tenants to approve decoration plans.
That's it, and it makes sense. Allowing small changes like a fresh coat of paint or putting a shelf up here and there helps tenants feel at home, making them more likely to stay longer.
That's right. Some landlords are going even further. 20% are working with tenants to approve tradespeople for maintenance and improvements. This builds trust and ensures work is done to a high standard.
Absolutely. So let's talk about other benefits for landlords. The longer a tenant stays, the less time property sits empty between tenancies. Void periods are one of the biggest costs for landlords, so keeping a good tenant in place for years makes a real financial difference.
There's also less wear and tear. When a tenant feels like a property is truly their home, they actually look after it better, which reduces the risk of neglect and damage.
Oh yeah, that's true. And let's not forget maintenance costs. Every time a tenancy ends, there's usually a list of jobs: repainting, repairing, small damages, marketing the property, cleaning, and even negotiating new tenancy agreements. A stable long-term tenant reduces these costs significantly.
So, what can landlords do to encourage their tenants to stay? Well, communication is key. Take time to build a positive relationship with tenants that leads to trust and longer term commitment.
Being flexible within reason also helps. If a tenant asks to paint a room, consider it. Small changes can make a huge difference to how they feel about the home.
And of course, staying on top of maintenance. A well-maintained property makes tenants want to stay. If they see a landlord who's responsive to repairs, they're far less likely to go looking somewhere else.
I'd say the days of renting being just a short-term option is now changing. With more renters that sort of staying long term, landlords who support them will see fewer voids, lower costs and better maintained properties.
So if you're a landlord looking to build a strong relationship with a long-term tenant, please get in touch. We can help you navigate the best strategies to keep great tenants in place and for longer.
Thanks for watching Property Perspective. Don't forget to subscribe for more expert insights. See you next time.